Hello everybody and welcome to M&J Games. I'm Michael.
And I'm Jasmine.
And today we are here at Kings Island for our first visit. And so I'm super excited to ride these coasters. And any initial thoughts as we get started? Anything you're excited about? No, I really appreciate Jasmine going to the theme park here with me, and we'll be getting video throughout. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so we are now in Kings Island. As you can see behind me, you've got the observation tower. And I think we're going to hit up the Woodstock Express first and start with some smaller rides, as Jasmine hasn't ridden a coaster in a little bit. So we are going to kind of start the ride and kind of work our way around. But we do have the fast lane plus. We might not need it today since it's kind of rainy and dreary outside. So we'll see. But we definitely figured that it was worth the extra money to ride as many rides as we want and avoid the waiting lines. So it's a Sunday and the tickets were $40 to get in. Fast lane was $80, so totally worth it. And we will let you guys know what coaster we go on first. There's Bobby and Adrian. How about that little car ride right there? All right, so we just went on Boo Blasters. It was an indoor dark ride, shooting ride.
Yeah.
There
it
were
was cute.
Yeah, it was cute, but there are moments of it where it's kind of like it's hard to tell like what you're actually shooting at. But then we went on the Woodstock Express, which was a kind of a junior wooden coaster, which was fantastic. What do you think?
It was really fast though. It was fast for a little kiddie ride. But no, it was fun. It was, but like if I was a little kid, I would have been scared riding that.
Yeah, it was good. But we're still over here in Planet Snoopy Land, I think is what it's called, and we're gonna ride the next coaster. That can't be that bad. All right, so we just got a flying aerial ace. What are your thoughts, Jasmine?
Yeah, it was a really fun coaster. Not like a huge drop, which I liked. So it did go pretty fast, but I really liked it.
Yeah, so it's a nice family inverted coaster. It was a little rickety at times, but I like Woodstock Express a little bit more out of the two.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, but
I did like you were able to rest your head back on the back of the seat or whatever, so it kind of helping you relax.
For sure. Well, I think we might go to Mystic Timbers next. We're just kind of following around the park and kind of gonna ride some flat rides at some point and everything. But we'll see you guys there. Just made it. All right, so just got off of Mystic Timber, rode it twice, once near the front and once in the very back. And they are totally different rides, depending on where you sit. And my goodness, the back is unbelievable. It just whips you over that first hill. Now, I haven't ridden a ton of these newer, actually, I think this is the first newer GCI coaster I've ridden, but that's my favorite wooden coaster. Fantastic. A lot of people make negative comments about the Hulk shed at the end and so forth. I mean, it's kind of weird, but I don't give a crap about that because I'm there for the coaster. I don't care about that theming and stuff. or the story. But yeah, it's fantastic. Highly recommend it. I don't know if Jasmine's gonna ride it, but I'll kind of give her my thoughts on it and we'll see. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, so we just got off, or I just got off Diamondback, rode it twice, once in the very back, once in a couple rows from the back. You know, honestly, probably don't need this fast pass thing today. Probably just a waste of money, but we had no idea about that going in. Oh my gosh, the airtime's ridiculous in the back, especially early on. Not as much as the ride kind of drags on at the end, but yeah, that second hill after the first one is in the back. You just get whipped over it and you don't even, your butt doesn't touch your seat again until you're at the bottom of the hill. So fantastic. Really enjoyed that ride. I don't know if I like that one or Mystic Timbers better, because they're about different types of airtime. That one doesn't have a single moment of ejector airtime. It's all about floater, whereas Mystic Timber had a mixture of both. But yeah, fantastic coaster. And one thing I gotta say is these ride operations here are fantastic. So
Miami River Lumber.
Yeah, but yeah, so it looks like it's about to rain, so we'll see what we're able to go on. So yeah, we just grabbed lunch at the brew house, right? I got a burger, of course, fantastic. Now we got chicken. Now we're taking a ride on this train, kind of going around the park, and it really just goes around Mystic Timber, so this is really kind of a cool view.
Yeah.
This is more your area of expertise. Yeah. So, all right, we'll get some good video. I think we're gonna try the backyard stunt coaster next, possibly. So we'll see. But I'm really enjoying this part so far. What about you?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, the layout's nice. And yeah, so we'll see you guys at the next coaster. All right, so as you can see, it's raining outside. My hair's a little crazy. It's not too bad. It's not pouring down rain or anything, and the rain's supposed to go on for maybe another hour or so. And so I just took Jasmine back to the hotel, and our hotel we're staying at is the True by Hilton, which is about a mile from the park, which is great, fantastic, close proximity. And since I've got a parking pass, I can come in and out all day. And yeah, so overall, I mean, my first thoughts of the park, I've gotten to ride 5 of the coasters so far. About a lot of stunt coasters. Out of the 3 that I've ridden that are not of the family variety, that one's probably my least favorite. I think probably Mystic Timbers takes my #1 spot right now. It's just a fantastic ride. And so hopefully we'll get back to the park and I can ride all the other coasters and maybe marathon some of those other ones. This maybe isn't the best view of the skyline as I'm coming back into the park, but I mean, look at this. Can't really see Diamondback from here, but you can see Orion, Banshee, Invertigo still got a good look. And I'm probably gonna go ride that one first to get it out of the way. Not a huge fan of boomerangs. Probably gonna get a little headache from it, but we'll see. right, so now it has stopped raining, and I just rode on Invertigo, which is the inverted shuttle, not inverted, I forget the technical name for it. It's a shuttle coaster, but your feet dangle. It was surprisingly more intense than I thought. It didn't really rattle. It was just really intense, but you can actually sit riders on both sides. And I sat on the place where I was facing backwards through the first half, and it was pretty intense, especially on those that first Cobra roll. So now I think we'll go ride Banshee, which I can't actually take my belongings on this ride. I got to rent a locker. But this is the one I'm honestly probably most nervous for and excited for in the park, just because these can be pretty intense, and this is a big danglefoot compared to Batman and stuff like that. So really excited. Alright, so I just got off Banshee. I'm now walking the line for Venture Express, which is the mine train coaster. And Banshee that's the best danglefoot I've ridden. Now granted, I've just ridden like 3 Batman clones and Raptor at Cedar Point. Now and also it did give me a little bit at the end, just in terms of there's a lot of inversions on it. The first hill was pretty intense, but it didn't get my stomach like I thought it would. But man, some of those inversions are so cool. And so we'll see how this mine train is. I believe it's an aero mine train. So I expect it to be a little bit rough. We'll see how it is compared to some of the other ones I've ridden this year. All right, so I got off the Adventure Express and the Racer, which the Racer was not as rough as I was expecting it to be. I did sit on a middle row, which was not over a wheel and near the front, so I don't know if that helped. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to go on the Beast right now, and I'll probably have to grab some food after this just to kind of give myself a little break and get some food. So yeah, I'm excited to ride the Beast. I'm a little nervous just in the sense of how rough some of these older wooden coasters can be. But yeah, super excited about this, and gonna hopefully be able to take a night ride so I can compare the two. All right, so just got off the Beast. And I did sit near the front. I didn't sit in the very front just because with old wooden coasters I haven't been on before, you know, just for the sake of I don't want it to be too rough. I sat in the middle seats, so second row. And I sat near the front just because I could feel, like I said before, that I need to eat some food a little bit. But it wasn't that bad. I mean, but you can definitely tell, in my opinion, based on some of the angles and stuff, that it wasn't developed in-house. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't really too rough other than the first part of the helix. It kind of jerks you a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of trims on the coaster too, kind of as you're going throughout the ride. A lot of areas where it kind of slows you down. So I wonder how it is in the back, which I'll probably do that for the night ride. But yeah, this was fun overall, and I bet it's going to be more fun at night. So yeah, I'm going to go grab some food and probably head over to Orion in that area. Alright, so I just got some food at La Rosa's Pizza, I think that's what it's called. And I'm feeling good now. Just need to give my body a little time to recover, I think. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna go on Orion right now as we're kind of walking over there. But one thing I wanted to say is the operations in this park are fantastic. As you can see, because of the rain, this is not a very full park today, but yet the vast majority of the coasters are running 3 trains, and Diamondback's only running 2, but every other, actually no, Diamondback might be running 3. Now I think about it, yeah, it's running 3 now that I think about it. So yeah, all these ones are run 3 trains, and they get you in and out a lot better than the Six Flags parks I've been to this year. Like it is like twice as quick. It's fantastic. Yeah, so we're heading over to the Orion area right now, and hopefully I've given my food enough time to settle. I think about 30 minutes should be enough. But I'm super excited to ride this one. It's been 5 or 6 years since I've ridden the Giga Coaster. All right guys, look at this behemoth of a coaster, 300 feet tall. Oh, I'm nervous and excited at the same time to ride this one. All right guys, so I got off Orion and Flight of Fear. To be honest, Flight of Fear was super uncomfortable. Launch was pretty good. Just something with the premier rides, coaster cars. I mean, Mr. Freeze, Flight of Fear, just not the most comfortable rides. Honestly, that one kind of made me a little nauseous, just from, definitely was throwing you around a little bit. That's just me personally though. Yeah, Orion was really good, but I'm gonna make a statement here that might be more unpopular, but yeah, so for those of you that watch the channel, you guys know that Planet Coaster got me back into coaster side, and not try to pretend to be this great coaster enthusiast and I know everything about coasters. I'm learning, I'm getting better, I'm riding some more this summer, but Diamondback's better than Orion. Now the turns were cool on Orion, kind of, I forget the turn, it's not necessarily a wave turn, but the that overbank turn after the first drop and then that turnaround, it really lacked airtime, and I love airtime, so Diamondback was fantastic with that. But yeah, Diamondback's better than Orion, and Mystic Timbers is as well, at least in my opinion. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna try to ride the Bat, and I might end up leaving just because I can kind of feel that I've ridden a lot of coasters today, more than I'm used to, so I can kind of feel it a little bit. So I don't know if I'm gonna hang around to do a night ride on the Beast or not, but we'll see. So I'm walking in the queue for the Bat, and this is a long queue because, man, this ride is tucked away. When I say tucked away, like, I'm not kidding about that. This is crazy. Yeah, so this is the last coaster I'll probably be heading on, or I might give a couple other ones a ride, and then after this I'll sum up what I think about this coaster and what I think about the park. Alright, so as you can see, I'm back in my truck. Let me actually turn the windshield wiper on, and it's actually sunny outside now. Yeah, it's still about 2 or 3 hours until it gets to be nighttime here, and so I decided I'm gonna just call it a day and head back. I got about 20 coaster rides in, so I'm happy with that. So my thoughts of this park, I absolutely love it. I think it's right up there with Cedar Point, but then again, I haven't been to Cedar Point in like 6 years, so I need to go back there and give it another shot. The operations here are the best I've seen at any park that I've been to, and the best that I can recall. As I said before, they are light years better than Six Flags. I mean, it's essentially every ride was running 3 trains. The only ones that weren't were Flight of Fear, the Bat, and the Racer, and then the kiddie coasters. But Mystic Timbers, the Beast might have been running 2. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think the Beast was actually running 2. But Mystic Timbers, Diamondback, Orion, they were running 3 trains, and they were getting passengers on and off. And you know, it was kind of a waste to get the fast pass today, just because it rained and I never had to wait for any ride at all. And I decided to not really ride the front or the very back on that many rides, just because I didn't want to wait. But this is a really, really good park. I think it's great. I think the ride that kind of messed me up a little bit was riding Invertigo and then Banshee back to back. And I don't know what it is with the inverts. They kind of seem to get to me more than some other rides. But my number one favorite coaster was Mystic Timbers. I think Mystic Timbers was fantastic. Just the air time that it had, the ejector air time, it stayed low to the ground after that first and second hill. Fantastic ride, great wooden coaster. Best wooden coaster I've been on, not even close. Then I go Diamondback and then Orion. As I said, I think Diamondback's better than Orion. I think the air time's better, and I think it's a more fun ride, more enjoyable ride. And then my fourth one, I probably would go with the Beast in number 4. I thought the Beast was really good. And then Banshee probably number 5, which, like I said, it did kind of mess me up at the end, but for an invert, it is really good. Maybe switch Banshee and the Beast, kind of back and forth on that one. I think the Bat was also really good. Invertigo was good. Like, that was more enjoyable than I was expecting. It didn't have any head rattling or anything like that. But for me, that's still just a one-time ride. And the other rides for me that are one-time rides is Backlot Stunt Coaster, the Kid Coasters, and I'm not forgetting the name of it right now. Flight of Fear. Flight of Fear was not an enjoyable coaster, in my opinion. It was rough. The launch was good, but after that, it was rough. There's one point in the middle in the dark where you come to like a dead stop, and yeah, just not an enjoyable coaster in my opinion. So that was honestly my least favorite coaster outside of the Kid Coasters. Actually, no, Woodstock Express I actually like more than Flight of Fear. But yeah, so I really enjoy this park. I really recommend it to anybody who's thinking about coming to this park. It is fantastic. They got so many coasters, and if you look at their coaster lineup, they've got a variety, right? You've got your unique coaster in Banshee, or you can even throw the Bat in that category. You've got your launch coaster. Even though their launch coasters aren't that good, they still have their launch coaster. You've got your old school wooden coaster. You've got your new school wooden coaster. You've got the Beast as well, and then you've got your hyper coasters. Really enjoyable park. Highly recommend it. And one question I did have for anybody who knows is, why do these newer B&Ms have the spine that they do on their lift hills? Is it for support? Is it to kind of hide the lift chain and everything? Or what's the reasoning for that, for you coaster experts or anybody who watches this and knows the answer to that? But yeah, I really appreciate all the support that you guys continue to show our channel, and I'd love to hear your comments and thoughts on this park. Do you agree with me on what I say about these coasters? For those of you that have been here, how many of you want to go here? What coaster looks like it would be your favorite? And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.